Good evening, guys. I am finally doing a 24-hour readathon. This is going to be my first attempt ever because this month has especially been super slow for me. I've been in the worst reading slump ever, so I've only managed to read maybe like 11 or 12 books, and I've made it a goal to myself and only for myself that I'm going to read at least 20 books this month. But anyways, that's okay. Like, a girl can dream, right? I have on me the stack of the dream, you would say. Like, these are all my hopeful TBR. I have really high hopes for all of these books. Some of them are really short, simple, easy. So I'm hoping to at least get at least 2 books read in the 24-hour readathon. All of my books here on these stacks various from different genres. She likes to have a good options, okay? So first book I have on my TBR is Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I am super excited to read this. I have read The 7 Years Slipped and I absolutely fell in love with her whimsical writing and just beautiful storyline that she has created in that book. So I am super excited for Sounds Like Love. Next up, I really want to get into Eyes on Me by Cate as well. I freaking love Praise by Cate. Like, the first book already got me hooked, and obviously with all the characters that has been mentioned from the Salacious Player Club, I obviously need to go order the second book immediately. Pronto. With that being said, I also own the third book to the Salacious Club Players series, so this is also Give Me More. This is the third book. We're going to be reading this and we are absolutely going to binge this series. Next book that are going to be on this list is my dark romance book. Now we have Once You're Mine and Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. These books are tiny, so I think I'm gonna flew by this duology like really fast. Like, I'm having such a high hope for this because of how thin it is. Moving on to the YA romantasy genres, I am going to be finishing the Twin Crown trilogy. I did read the first book, which is Twin Crowns, a few months ago, and I honestly feels kind of meh about that, but I really do want to finish the series regardless. We are also going to start A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly by Sophia St German. This is the first book in the Compelling Fate saga, so I had such a big FOMO when everyone and their mother recommended me this series, and I actually downloaded this book through my Kobo and I read the first chapter, and then after the first chapter I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I'm purchasing this. Yep, and this is the indie cover as well. So I also heard that this series is getting traditionally published. So that's why I fear that I need to start and finish this book. Once I finish this book, I will be then buy book 2 and 3 pronto. And last but not least, we are also going to be picking up Wrath of the Dragons by Olivia Rose Darling. This is the second book to the Fear the Flame series, and I absolutely love book 1. It's super easy to read, it's fast-paced, it's, could say enemies to lovers, but reluctant allies to lovers, I would say, but great banter and a pathetic man. Caden, that man, he lives rent-free in my mind, and I really want to go and find out what's going to happen with these two in the second book, because the second book, it is absolutely twice the size of the first book, and I don't know what happened in this book, but I'm excited. I don't know if this is achievable, but let's get reading. I'm also going to be lighting up the Glasshouse Fragrances candle in the scent Double Shot Tiramisu. This smells so good. I'm going to be starting my first book. This is Eyes on Me by Cate. This is probably my most anticipated book ever since I started Praise, and I have been wanting to start Garrett's story ages ago. 3, 2, 1. The back of the book literally said he is a voyeur, which means he likes to watch. In Garrett's Porter line of work, that's a gift. As one of the owners of the Salacious Players Club, he's comfortable on the sidelines and has always felt that he works best alone, until he stumbles on a Camp Girl app and finds himself watching the one person he should stay away from, his stepsister, Mia Harris. Oh my god! I'm gagged. Only from the fucking back of the book is insane. Oh my gosh, trigger warning. Ooh. So I'm currently on page 60 and we just found out the nickname that he calls her and immediately I am turned off. Like, he called her Kitten, and I've actually read another dark romance book where the nickname Kitten was used, but it's not in a good way, and I have been traumatized from that nickname. I will pretend that I am blind. Yep, I will pretend that I am blind whenever he calls her Kitten. So a little reading update. I am halfway through and we are now on to rule 21, and she just met Madam King. In my personal opinion, Madam King has probably be one of the best cameo characters on the series. Like, I can't say much, but I'm only on book 2 right now, but I have been absolutely obsessed with Madam King since the first book. There's this throne room scene where she's in it. I was speechless. Oh my fucking god. This girl, fuck. Mia knows how to pull the perfect revenge. Like, payback is such a bitch, and I totally agree with that. Oh my god. So it is now 2:21 a.m. and we are now stopping at 20 hours and roughly 30 minutes into reading it. Took me 3.5 hours to read it. Let me just start off with the positives. It absolutely delivers from plot to storyline to the characters' development, and the spice was unhinged. I would say spice was definitely a level up from the first book. Absolutely. It's very taboo as well. There is an age gap in this as well. Like, she's 23 and he's 36, and that's totally fine by me as well. Overall, this is a well-read book. I really like Sara Cate's writing. It's the sort of writing that will get me hooked from the first page, because I ate this book up. I literally did not move from my seat, and I just keep on reading and reading. I really appreciate the fact that there's no, like, when we're talking about the past, there's no like grooming, or there's no like sexual intention or like sexual thoughts about Mia back when she was like 8, 13, whatever the fuck, underage age. But there's nothing like that. It is 2 o'clock in the morning, so I am going to just shut myself off and go to bed, but I will let you know that I also read until I fall asleep. So I'm actually in the middle of Under Lock and Key by Lana Fergurson, so I'm going to just be reading this in bed until I fell asleep. Good morning, guys. This is the next morning of the reading vlog, but as you can see, I am dressed up for a little hike because the weather on Sunday right now is absolutely stunning. So I'm thinking I'm going to start Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston, and I'm going to be reading it on my way to said trek. And then on my walk, I am going to be listening to Her Greatest Mistake by Hannah Cowan. I am 50% into this book previously, but I'm still going to time myself when I'm listening to this audiobook. You guys are absolutely underhyping this damn book, by the way. This is such a fun time to read. At the moment, it is an ice hockey romance, as you can see here, but they actually were childhood best friend who had a little conflict while they were back in their tweens or their teenage years, I guess. So you could say this is some sort of like a second chance romance, but this man is down bad. Like, he is pathetic for her, and I absolutely loved it. There's a lyrics that's beautiful, and timer is now starting. So we're just pausing at page 36. We're here at the walk and I really need to show you guys our view because it is absolutely stunning. Shout out to our friend Ethan and Jesse for letting us knowing this location. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Look how beautiful it is. Okay guys, we finally finished our walk and let me tell you, this has all the tropes that I ate. Literally like tropes like who did this to you, it has always been you, and it will always be you. Oh my gosh, like anything for you, that trope. Ow, 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 ow. Now that we're back in the car, I guess we're gonna go home now. And so I'm going to be switching over to Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston again. I am back at home now, so let the reading journey commence. This is my lunch break time, guys. I finally finished Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. It is now 7:55 p.m. and the timer stops at 16 hours and 20 minutes and 23 seconds. I mean, maybe nearly 4 hours to finish this book, but this was 4.5 stars for me. The writing, as always, is whimsically beautiful with that aspect of magical realism, as in like they share a kiss and for some reason there is this keynote of a music song that clicked into both of their heads. I personally found that Ashley Poston's writing is so refreshing. Again, this is sort of like a newer take on rom-com, especially with the whole magical aspect of this book. And it's essentially the journey of one, I guess, dealing with grief, living with grief, and actually like panicking before grief, I guess. I really don't know how to explain it to you guys, but this I would say is for the girly pops that would like to feel. I'm going to have a break now and have some dinner, and we'll get reading afterwards. Okay, so now that I finally finished 2 books, I fear that I am putting myself in a more of like an easy task. So I am going to actually be putting up the next book, which is The Curse Crowned. This book is roughly 557 pages long, so I wonder how long it's gonna take me, because according to the clock we still have about 16 hours of reading to go. So I really hope that I could finish this book in 6 hours. Okay guys, it is now 1 a.m. and the timer is now stopped at 13 hours 13 minutes and 23 seconds. I have finished Curse Crowned by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. Let me just start off by saying, even though it's 500 pages, the fonts is really big, and like each chapter probably has 2 to 3 pages. That's why I'm able to like flew by the story so fast. To be so frankly with you, I don't think this book is for me, mainly because the writing feels a bit juvenile, if you know what I mean. Like I fear this could be marketed towards maybe 13 to 17 years old. Like I'm way too old to be reading this book. This book, like, it could have been shranked into 2 sentences in my personal opinion, but it is a very easy read. Like there is a little political intrigue in here, a little like quest aspect of this book. There's a little bit of romance, however it's not detailed, there's just kisses. So if that's something that you want to try, like if you want to try to dip your toe into a little YA fantasy, this is the series for you. But unfortunately, this is not something for me. As much as I really want to like it, because hello, look how beautiful the cover is, I won't be finishing the series. Good night, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, this is now the next day, and this is the next book that I will be picking up. We are on our way for brunch right now, so I'll try my best to get in as much reading as I can while we're driving there. I just got back home from brunch. I have started Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges, now at page 72. I'm actually gonna pause this book for a second and continue to listen to Her Greatest Mistake by Hannah Cowan in the meantime, because I need to clean my cat. Oh, that was such a high, guys. I finished book one, the Possessing Her duology, Once You're Mine. We are now stopping at 10 hours 25 minutes and 16 seconds. To be so honest with you, I just thought this was like a okay whatever like dark romance book because of how thin it was, but there's actually plot. There's a great storyline. He's a stalker who killed her dad, and he is now trying to convince her to work with him to find out who's the actual murderer, where he's been the murderer all along. So I'm so afraid of what's happening in book two. I am immediately starting book two. That is out of the question, like, because he's morally gray, right? He is this hot attorney that is very possessive. He's a stalker. Did I mention that? Like, in real life, this book wouldn't work, but in this scenario, fold 4 stars, because oh my god, the vibe of this book. I also did not expect the fact that this man is also funny. He's just downright hilarious with his sarcasm. Okay, so it's currently 4 p.m. at the moment, and I am 10 hours left of reading time. By the time it's 10 hours, it's probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I don't know if I could stay up that late. So my goal in the meantime is to finish Give Me More and Now You're Mine as fast as I can within the reading frame, and whatever's left over. I don't know what the rules are for 24 hours reading challenge. If we're not gonna do that over to another day, because it's already day 2 of the challenge. It's just like, I need you to tell me everything you remember so I can find who did this to you. And then what? She said, what are you going to do? And then, oh my god, and then he said, I'll make them suffer in ways no one has ever suffered before I fucking kill them. Period. This, I would say, like, this duology is what I would call beginner's dark romance. Like, it's not, to me, it's not that like taboo or like that dark. Maybe for you it could be like a book that you want to experience if you want to dip your little toes into dark romance, but I am thoroughly enjoying this book. Currently on page 116 of Now You're Mine, and I'm just gonna pause that for a second because I have to make dinner. So while that's cooking, I'm going to actually be starting. Hey baby, you wanna say hi? I'm gonna be starting Hannah Cowan's Her Greatest Mistake. I think I have maybe about 5 chapters left of that book, and then I'll finish it, but I could be wrong. So timer's already starting. We are roughly about 9 hours. I'm actually prepping all my veggies here, so I am actually cooking, if you can't fucking believe me. But anyways, I finally finished Her Greatest Mistake. This was easy 4 stars for me. I had such a fun time listening to this on audiobook. Teddy Hamilton, and especially I really like the female narrators in here as well. Her name is CJ Blooms, so I swear to God, it's not my first time listening to her voice, because like her voice is so familiar to me. That's dinner. So anyways, this is a really good ice hockey romance. I will be picking up more of her books. So if you like to start an ice hockey romance obsession. It is now 8:51 p.m. and we are now stopping the timer at 6 hours 46 minutes and 4 seconds because I finally finished the second book. I enjoyed this book way more than I enjoyed the first book, mind you. There were some questionable things. I didn't really like that part. It was just the woman, the feminist in me that's speaking out. I'm going to immediately jump on to Give Me More by Sarah Cate because we have 6 hours left. 330 pages mark. So I'm confident that I can finish this now that I know the speed that I'm reading. Yeah, this story involves around Drake and Hunter and his wife. And I'm gonna update you guys. So we are now starting the timer again. I got sidetracked with reading the book, so I'm going to go ahead and pause at page 206. For timer wise, we are now stopping at 3 hours, 49 minutes, and 29 seconds. I'm finally back home. It is now 9:27 p.m. As of yesterday, we are now currently at rule 26, which is page 198. Oh my gosh, the amount of things that you can learn from a good spicy taboo books is astronomical. Everything is so unique, and like, I'm not trying to hype this series up, but like, it needs more love. It absolutely needs more love. If you want some spicy book, a good time, good plot, good storyline, amazing characters, plus the side characters, come on. I don't want to jump ahead, but did you see this tab? Five stars, guys. This is unlike anything I've read. You gotta give me some leeway here. It's not just about smut. It's not just that. I mean, the spice was on point, you guys. It was wild. This is actually like a journey about finding yourself and finally accepting your identity and truly loving yourself for it. There's glimpses of this book that is so vulnerable and emotional as well. I know that we have time to spare, but it is now 11:45 p.m. and I will just stop the challenge for today. So out of the 9 books that we picked out, we finished 6 books. Plus half of this book on audiobook, I guess, because I technically did finish this while I'm on my 24-hour readathon. I really do feel like this challenge actually puts me like on focus mode, and it actually helps me concentrate. So it won't be the last time I'm doing this challenge. Let me know if you guys like this video, and thank you so much for your support, and thank you for watching, and have a good night.